The pancreas secret, why they say it can't be rebuilt, but science says it can. What if I told you that everything you've been taught about type 2 diabetes, that it's a progressive, irreversible disease, is based on an incomplete truth? For decades, we've been told that once your pancreas starts to fail, that's it. You're on the medication escalator. First metformin, then higher doses, then insulin. It's a one-way street. But while I was digging through decades of endocrinology research, studies that rarely make it to the front page of medical journals, I found something startling. The human body doesn't just have a delete button, it has a repair button. Your pancreas has a documented capacity to grow new insulin-producing cells. So why aren't we talking about it? Because you can't patent a seed you buy for $5 at the grocery store. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the pancreas protocol. We aren't just managing symptoms today. We are talking about biological reconstruction. To understand the fix, you have to understand the crime. Imagine your pancreas is a factory. Inside, you have beta cells. These are your workers. Their only job is to pack up insulin and ship it out to lower your blood sugar. Now, imagine for 10, 20 years, that factory has been under constant attack. High stress, processed sugars, and chronic inflammation. It's like small fires breaking out every day. Eventually, the workers start quitting. They don't just get tired, they die. By the time a doctor tells you that you have type 2 diabetes, 50% of your workers are already gone. The standard of care approach is to give the remaining 50% of workers a whip, medication, to make them work harder. But what happens when they burn out too? Total factory shutdown. But here's the secret pharma doesn't highlight. The factory has a basement, and in that basement are progenitor cells, essentially interns waiting for a job. If you give them the right signal, they move upstairs and become new workers. This is called beta cell neogenesis. And the signals aren't found in a lab. They are found in nature. Let's talk about the first forbidden tool, fenugreek. Now, your doctor might know it as a spice, but researchers at places like the University of Oslo found something deeper. Fenugreek contains a compound called trigonelline. This isn't just a nutrient, it's a genetic key. It flips a switch called PDX1. Think of PDX1 as the foreman of the factory. When trigonelline enters the system, the foreman wakes up and starts hiring those interns from the basement. In clinical trials, subjects using this didn't just see lower numbers, they saw markers of function improve. But you can't just build new cells if the fire is still burning. That's where ground flaxseed comes in. Flax contains lignans, nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory shields. They block a pathway called NF-kappa B, which is the primary fire that kills beta cells. You use the fenugreek to build and the flax to protect the construction site. Most diabetics struggle because their cells have locked the doors. That's insulin resistance. You keep pumping in insulin, but the doors won't budge. But there is a back door. It's an enzyme called AMPK. Enter black seed, Nigella sativa. This tiny seed contains thymoquinone. This compound is so potent that meta-analyses of 23 different clinical trials show it rivals some first-line pharmaceutical drugs. Why? Because it kicks that side door open. It tells your muscles, hey, take the sugar in directly. When you combine this with chia seeds, which create a biological speed bump in your gut to stop sugar from rushing in all at once, you've created the perfect metabolic environment. You've slowed the intake, opened the side doors, and started hiring new workers. This is the synergy they don't want you to find. I'm not here to give you a hack. I'm here to give you a protocol. If you want to see if your body can rebuild, you have to be consistent for 90 days. Why 90? Because that is the biological cycle for cellular shift. The morning wake up. 10 grams of fenugreek seeds soaked overnight. Drink the water, eat the seeds. Bitter? Yes. Effective? Unmatched. The shield. 25 grams of flaxseed. It must be ground fresh. If you buy it pre-ground and it's been on a shelf for a month, it's rancid. You're eating old paint at that point. The key. 2.5 grams of black seed or half a teaspoon of the oil. The buffer. 15 grams of chia soaked for 15 minutes until it's a gel. And one more thing, the green tea secret. Brew it at 175 degrees Fahrenheit. If you use boiling water, you kill the EGCG, the very thing that helps your metabolism. And for heaven's sake, keep the milk out of it. Milk proteins bind to the medicine in the tea and flush it out of your body before it can work. The information is out there. It's tucked away in the National Institutes of Health databases and university archives. It's not magic, it's biochemistry. You've been led to believe you are a victim of your genetics. You aren't. You are a product of your environment, and you have the power to change that environment starting tomorrow morning. I've put all the links to the clinical studies in the description below. Go read them. Verify it for yourself. Don't just trust me, trust the data. If you're tired of just managing and you're ready to start rebuilding, hit that subscribe button. We're going deeper into the science of self-healing every week. And I'll see you in the next one.